Hello class, a very good morning to all of you. Myself Vivek Prakash Yadav, and I am here to take your biology class, the class 11. And the chapter that we have started is the new chapter, that is organism and population, which is the part of the unit ecology. Okay, and in the last class we have already discussed about organism and its environment, its habitat. Yes, we have discussed about all those things different types of biomes, okay, ecosystems, the factors, abiotic and biotic factors. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss in detail about major abiotic factors. See, abiotic factors in general term we used to say that non-living factors, non-living conditions, but in general non-living and abiotic factors there is difference. Difference is that the abiotic factors which we are discussing in context with the ecosystem or ecology is the factors which are necessary for the survival of living organism. I mean to say biotic. Okay, the biotic factors of the ecosystem need to be depend on these abiotic factors for their survival, for their growth, for their reproduction, yes, all those things. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss in detail about major abiotic factors. Okay. So, chapter that we are dealing is your unit ecology, and chapter that we are dealing is organism and population. Correct? The chapter is your organism and population. How these things are related. And the topic today that we are going to discuss is major abiotic factors. Okay. That is your major abiotic factors. What are the major abiotic factors? See, the first preference that we are going to give is your temperature. Okay. Temperature, water, light, soil, air. Yes, temperature, water, light, soil, yes, air. These are the factors which come under abiotic conditions or abiotic factors that we have discussed in ecosystem, that biotic and abiotic factor interact with each other, okay, in an ecosystem, right? Now what we will do, today we are going to discuss one by one each topic, okay? Now when we are going to discuss about temperature, see, temperature is the most relevant, okay, most relevant abiotic factors when we are compared with other factors in the environment. It's not like other factors are not important, but all and every factors are important. But when we are going to talk about temperature, see, temperature and light, there is difference. Light when you get from some source, okay, like sun, tube light, other bulbs, they also provide you light. But when we talk about the temperature, So actually what happened when the sun ray fall on the earth, okay, when the sun ray fall on the earth, what happened? We all know that the position of earth and angle of the earth on its axis differ, okay. So when it revolve or move around the sun, its distance also going to be sun in the orbit. In some place it come close to the sun, in some place it move away from the sun, okay. So that cause different season also. Yes, and we all know very well that in different seasons the temperature that we going to feel is also vary, okay. The temperature that we feel, okay, the temperature that going to be feel is what? The temperature that we going to feel is also vary. So thing is that on earth you have found different seasons, like depending upon the temperature you can say that tropical, desert, rainforest, okay, grassland, polar region, okay. Now all these different types of climatic conditions that I have mentioned here, like tropical, desert, rainforest, grassland, polar region. So the process of precipitation, okay, the process of precipitation, that is rainfall and snowfall, is a factor which is related to the temperature. What happens when the light energy fall on the sun? What will be happen? The surface receive that light energy and get heat up, okay, and the water which is present on the surface of the water bodies, whose upper surface, what happens due to increase in temperature, they start evaporate. Yes, they start evaporate, and what happen? They condense and fall down in the form of rain or either in precipitation. But what difference in temperature? When we are going to talk about tropical desert, the temperature is more than 50 degrees Celsius. Yes, the temperature that you can found is more than what? 50 degrees Celsius, right? In the rainforest, what will happen? Their temperature you will find in range between, suppose that 30 to 45 degrees, okay, 30 to 45 degrees with heavy rainfall, okay. What you found? Heavy rainfall, okay. But here you want to find very less rainfall, very less rainfall. This is the reason why this region is known as desert, okay. Very less rainfall. But in the case of grassland, the temperature you are going to be, it is moderate, like 20, 25 to 35, something like this, okay, and some places vary also. So here the rainfall you found is moderate, okay. The rainfall you found is your moderate type. But when we talk about this polar region, it is very chill. It is very chill, it is very cold place. Now here no rainfall. The temperature is so less, okay, we can say less than 0 degrees Celsius, less than 0 degrees Celsius to near about 5 degree to 10 degrees Celsius, okay. That may vary place to place actually, but round up concept we are covering here. In this region, instead of rainfall, there is snowfall. Snowfall occurs, okay. Instead of rainfall, there is snowfall occurs. So what you see here, that actually depending upon the factor of temperature, such kind of climatic changes you have found. Now the thing that we discuss here, organism and population chapter, okay. So major abiotic factors, how they are going to impact or how the organism going to relate or interact with them. In all these regions there are life. Yes, in all these climatic, whether they are extreme cold, extreme extreme temperature in desert, but still we found life in these areas. So how these organisms going to be adapt themselves? Yes. So actually what happened, there are modification in the body of the organism according to the habitat. So you will find organism in this region also, and they adapt themselves in such a way that they can easily survive in such kind of harsh and opposite condition also, or in favorable condition also. Okay, so depending upon the organisms, okay, depending upon their adjustment or habitat, see, there are many organisms. There are many organisms which can survive. There are many organisms which can survive in broad temperature, or you can say wide range temperature. Wide range they can survive in wide range temperature. The temperature area can be from lower to the higher. Okay, they are known as eurythermal. Okay, wide range temperature known as eurythermal. So remember, eurythermal are those organisms which can resist a wide range of temperature, but there are many organisms. Okay, there are many organisms which can survive only in specific temperature. Okay, there are many organisms which can survive only in specific temperature. If their temperature going to vary from a particular range, okay, their death going to be taking place, or other activity or metabolic activity which is going to take place in their body, that may be going to be affected. So lots of consequences can be happen. Okay, so the one which can resist wide range of temperature known as eurythermal, and the one which can resist less means narrow temperature, they are known as stenothermal. Okay, they are known as stenothermal organisms. So this is the one factor that is known as temperature. Okay, now see, the temperature in different places is going to be vary. Okay, like if you take the example of ocean, so in the deep ocean when we are going, so we all know there is very less sunlight. There is very less sunlight. So is there no temperature? It is not like that. Okay, though that is cold, but there also heat energy is there. And which they obtain from the hydrothermal vents. What hydrothermal vents? Due to the higher pressure, okay, what happens? The heat produced. So hydrothermal vent provide energy in the case of deep trench or in the ocean where sunlight not able to reach. Okay. So I think we have completed with the point. So now next point. depending upon the temperature. Depending upon the temperature, the flora and fauna. The flora and fauna of different area varies. I will to say different types of organisms are the speciality of different places. Like mango tree, you are not going to observe everywhere, or the khajur or palm tree that we used to say is not going to be available everywhere. So they need space. Kangaroo or Madagascar, you have heard the name. So they are specific with their environmental conditions and their adaptation. So the next abiotic factors, okay, the next important abiotic factors you can say is your what? Water. Okay. The next abiotic factor that you can see here, water. Now water, see, water, like in case of desert, very less. In case of, when we talk about river, it is your fresh water. When you talk about ocean, okay, that is saline or salt water. Correct? When we talk about polar region, water is there, but in the form of ice, or you can say liquid below, okay, below snow. Yes. So water is also very much important, because we all know the major metabolic activity that takes place in an organism, okay, in a living organism, is actually water is very much needed factors. Okay, water is very much needed or required factor. So water is also play very much important role and come considered as abiotic factors, because different types of cycles which are going to take place on the earth, or the different types of metabolism, whether in the case of plant or animal, that is also going to be related with the water. Okay, and yes, different places the concentration of water also vary, and the adaptation, see, there are many organisms which are fresh water, or there are many which are salt water, but thing is that depending on that there is changes in their body, even in the size also. If we consider the size of organism, mostly saline water is large, they are huge, okay, where we are going to compare with the fresh water. The fishes which are present in salt water is huge in size mostly, but in the case of fresh water you can get moderate or small size. Got it? So these are the few factors which are there. Okay. So again, the organisms, there are euryhalines. Why? Salinity. They can withstand against values from less to higher. Okay, euryhaline. Against stenohaline. Okay, they are specific with salt concentration. Stenohaline are specific with their salt concentration. There should be no large variation. But in case of euryhaline organisms, the salt or the salinity of water can be vary. Okay, they can withstand little bit change, or they can tolerate little bit change. But in the case of stenohaline, they are very much specific with their salt concentration. If fresh water, or they get in contact with salt water, they will going to be, fresh water, they are going to be die. So with this we have discussed two abiotic factors major, that is one is temperature and another one is your water. Okay. So in the next class we will going to discuss about other types that we have discussed. Okay. So with this, thank you and have a nice day.